Coming into camp. We just had you a week ago in Dallas, and we'll try to just combine these videos for you if you want. In Dallas, you were kind of frog squatting, which means you had your hips lower than your shoulders. You're kind of sitting like this, pointing your arrow into the ground where you're going to tend to snap, or else you're going to be trying to aim while you're in motion, not be as accurate. You were also stiff-armed because you were just high on the front end, far from the ball. So what we essentially did is we unbent the knees and lowered the front a little bit to relax that stiff arm kind of thing you had up front. We did a good job of that, and I think we may have done too good a job, because what we've got going on right now coming in is you're actually a little too tall on the back. You're a blind snapper, a guy who looks up at the start, throws his head down and through as he goes through the motion. We pretty much want you shoulders to hips to be horizontal with the ground so that energy can travel properly down the spine back towards your target. Okay? So when you get a little tall in the saddle, a couple other things can happen. You could end up dipping the rear a little, which we observed a tiny bit in film, but not that bad, okay? But you're just not optimized for energy to flow cleanly straight back towards your target. We're going to want to increase knee bend slightly. And the other thing is you still are a little bit stiff-armed. Not so much, but I think we want to lower that front end as well. So what I'm going to suggest you do, this entire head-to-tail platform from where you are, I'm going to suggest we lower it about a ½ inch to an inch closer to the ground. That should bring enough relaxation into the arms to let you be a lot cleaner and smoother with the motion, and it should get the knee bend right. It should also balance you out so the hips aren't higher than the shoulders. Okay, so that's really what we need to work on. Other than that, you know, the more we optimize your fundamentals, the harder you'll be able to throw without having any compromise of control. So that's going to be good. Let's hop you in here. We're going to three-step here real quickly. You ready? First thing I'm going to do is pull you forward. That gets knee bend to 90 degrees or less, straightens the back, and extends the arms. I'm going to raise you up, maximizing operating room under your torso. Then I'm going to shove you back into the hips towards your target till the heels touch the ground, knees are over the toes. You're solid on your feet. You feel pretty good? That looks solid. Let's give it a good hard throw. Very solid on your feet throughout. You feeling pretty good? I didn't have you flat-footed. Didn't push you back too much? Okay. Let's do that one more time. I'll just show you what we adjusted. The hitch is not there when we get you set up right. Like we said before, a hitch is making adjustments to your setup while you're in motion, which is a waste of time and energy. Okay? So essentially what we did, you're a little tall and a little far from the ball yet. We're just lowering you down a little bit and then getting the knees over the toes to get you balanced. It's that simple. Okay? A perfect setup will lead to a perfect snap, because energy will travel down the spine through the hips towards your target, up from the feet into the hips towards your target. Those energies will combine and converge in an arrow point. Wherever that arrow's pointed, that's where the ball's going to go. So if we've got you pointed right to begin with, and we've eliminated any unnecessary motion, you're going to be all you can be. Okay? You feel comfortable with that? Let's do one more. You're looking really solid. I'm glad you came to 2 camps, because I think we've made a ton of progress here. You know, this is looking really sharp. Okay? So we're just... Don't get too tense, and then you're a little weight forward sometimes. Let's just get you balanced, okay? If you're not sure that you're balanced, lift the ball off the ground. Make sure you're solid and drop it straight down. You're ready to snap. How's that feel? Do you have any questions? Comfortable with it? Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you, because you're a good athlete with a lot of potential, don't be lazy at the finish and stand up at the waist. You're going to have the highest possible center of gravity. This isn't where you want to be after the snap, right? When you finish, break it down so you've got options on the football field, whether it's covering or blocking or anything else. Just get in the habit of finishing, come down to a ready position, okay? That's going to be a lot more athletic and a lot more fundamentally sound for what comes after. Any questions? You're looking good. Let's